today, I think he would think that Judaism had gone off the track. Hillel was a rabbi who lived primarily almost all of his life in the first century before the Common Era. He becomes the leading rabbinic figure of his era. He is always juxtaposed with another rabbi named Shammai, with whom he had many debates. And it's part of the thesis of my book that while Hillel wins the debates in the Talmud, in Jewish life, the more traditionalist, more conservative, less daring approach of Shammai actually took first place. Probably the most famous story told, not only about Hillel, but the most famous story told in the Talmud is about a non-Jew who comes to Hillel, and the way the story is usually told asks Hillel to define the essence of Judaism while he's standing on one foot, and Hillel answers him, what is hateful unto you, don't do unto your neighbor. This is the whole Torah. The rest is commentary. Now go and study. Now, according to the Talmudic account, he then converts the man. But remember, he's put that tremendous emphasis on study because that's what makes you develop a distinctive sense of a Jewish ethic. One of the sad things that happened to Jewish life, whether it was in modernity or even earlier, is that the word religious has come to be associated in people's minds exclusively with ritual observance. So that if two Jews are speaking about a third, which is pretty common in Jewish life, and the question is raised, is so-and-so religious? The answer is going to be based on ritual observance. He keeps Shabbos, he keeps kosher, he is religious, he doesn't, he's not, from which one could form the impression that in Judaism, ethics are an extracurricular activity. It's a nice thing to do, but not that vital. So here was Hillel standing centrally reaffirming the centrality of the ethical. And Hillel, I thought, as a person who put that emphasis on the ethics, was being ignored in that regard. And that's why I saw him as a person who stood ready to be the great teacher of 21st century American Jewish life and Jewish life throughout the world.